I'm Lisa Orta, and this is going to be a short video that will demonstrate how Adrian Tomine uses cultural artifacts to tell his story in the graphic novel Shortcomings. And what I'm most interested in is in how he's using setting and cultural artifacts to help him communicate theme and meaning to his novel. So I want to use a little bit of these artifacts to show you what I mean. Towards the end of chapter 1, Ben has dropped Miko off at the airport, and she's going to New York City, and he drives back to Berkeley, and he is home alone for the first time in many years. So we see an empty apartment. He sits on a couch, and it's just him. There's an empty closet. And he takes out an address book. And so this, for many people, is a cultural artifact because most of us put our contacts in our phones, in our virtual places. But he takes the address book out, and in his address book is a little slip of paper, and on that paper, Autumn has written her phone number, her name and phone number for him. And he gives her a call, and he calls her on a corded princess phone. And in the novel, we hear the ring, so I want you to hear the ring. And so he's calling her, and then he says, "Hi, Autumn." And the interesting thing is, in the novel, in chapter 2, all of the women talk on flip phones, even though Ben continues to talk on a corded phone. And I think that symbolizes that he really likes things to be predictable. He likes to stay with how things are. And it just so happens the young women in the novel represent the future. They represent, how should I put it, how things are moving along with regard to relationships between men and women, and also with regard to relationships between the races. Ben is Japanese and Miko is Japanese, but Ben fantasizes about dating white women. And in chapter 2, he actually does date a couple white women. After he has gone out with Sasha and they've gone to bed together, the next morning Ben calls his best friend Alice, and she's in the bathtub, and she answers her flip phone. The book is set in 2001, so actually in 2001 this was a very modern device. Later in the chapter, Ben calls Miko in New York, and again he calls her on the corded phone, and he gets very angry. They don't have a good conversation, and so he slams the phone down like that. Another sound that is probably not very familiar to a lot of us anymore, because when you hang up your flip phone even, you can't get a very good angry sound out of it. He's very angry with Miko. Later in chapter 2, he calls on her answering machine, something that a lot of us don't have anymore. And she doesn't pick up, and he gets very, very angry. And at that point, he leaves an angry message, and he slams the phone down, and then he gets really mad, and he slams it, and he slams it, and he slams it.